This week I put out so many new fragrances in the collection that you're not going to want to miss. What's good, guys? Hunter here and welcome back to Fragrance Hunt. I hope you all are doing good and had a good week. Of course, weekly rotation is finally here, and like I said in the intro, guys, so many new fragrances this week in the collection that are absolute bangers that you need to know about. Now, if you aren't familiar with this series, the first time you're watching it, I basically run down what fragrance you're wearing each day, how many sprays I did, the kind of weather that is outside, and of course, if that particular fragrance got any attention or not, whether it's good compliment attention or bad and negative attention. But before we go ahead and get into my rotation, you already know, drop your rotation and down below, and let's get right into Monday. Monday was in the low 30s and cloudy outside, so it's been a freezing cold week as well. But of course, I pulled out the brand new Supers of Budapest Sugar Bowl, guys, which I recently just dropped my review. This is the newest release from Supers that's coming right after Unique Blue in the same Celestial collection. Now this, guys, for gourmand lovers, this is going to be a must-have in the collection. It literally smells like strawberry yogurt with macaroons, creme brulee. Very, very, very sweet, just like that name, Sugar Bowl. That's exactly how this smells. But like I said, you're gonna have to love gourmand sweet fragrances to enjoy this new release from Supers for sure. But I gotta say, it has to be one of the best gourmands in my collection now, and that's coming from somebody that's not the biggest fan of gourmands, and you probably wouldn't know that. On that day though, I did do 6 sprays of Sugar Bowl. The performance was pretty good. It's not a beast like some of the others from Supers, of course, but still lasts the majority of the day. So if you want to smell like macaroons, strawberry yogurt, like to a T, check this out with code HUNTER10 on the website to save some money, of course. Tuesday was also in the low 30s but snowy outside, and I put out the brand new Commodity Ice. So this, guys, literally lives up to that iced name. If you picture an icy fragrance, man, this is exactly what it's gonna smell like. You get this kind of refreshing, kind of icy spearmint mixed together with this frozen mango. So you get this tropical, frozen, icy type of mango vibe immediately when you apply it, guys. It smells so natural, so sharp, and just very fresh and aromatic type of DNA. But I can see so many people absolutely loving ice from Commodity. It literally goes outside of the box from what you kind of expect from a fragrance, guys. I've never smelled anything quite like this. Of course, you think of like Havas ice. When it comes to icy fragrances, it has nothing on the kind of icy nuance you're getting from this beauty. On that day, I also did do 6 sprays of Commodity Ice. Performance is decent. My girl also said that I smelled so natural, like almost too natural for a fragrance. Like, to me, it literally smells like straight up spearmint and frozen mangoes. So if that sounds like something up your alley, guys, check out Commodity Iced. Wednesday was also in the low 30s and cloudy, and I pulled out an exclusive fragrance, which is Supers Budapest Shizu, which is inspired by, of course, Japanese culture. Now this right here, guys, oh my goodness, is it fantastic. It has this really peaceful, zen, meditative type of vibe to it with like a bunch of, I believe, green tea. Also very citrusy, probably has like that Japanese yuzu citrus in here. I don't really know the note breakdown of this one, but it kind of reminds me of something like a mix between Imagination and Pacific Chill from Louis. And I believe these are exclusive to the Supers Budapest boutique, so I'm not sure if these will ever be released publicly. Hopefully they are, because Shizu is incredible. And that's exactly why Supers has got to be one of my favorite houses, guys. They do not mess around. They have such high quality, unique fragrances. I have a few other exclusives from them that I'm gonna have to talk about because, oh my goodness, am I excited about some of these guys, believe me. So hopefully they release this, because like I said, Imagination and Pacific Chill type of DNA thrown together. Yeah, that's almost what you get with this. Like I said, don't know the note breakdown, but it smells absolutely awesome. On that day, also did do 6 sprays of this. Of course, you know the Supers atomizers are insanely strong. Went and got Sushi, of course, which this matches that vibe perfectly. And I was pretty much just having like a peaceful self-care type of day, and that's the exact vibe that this is gonna give you. Calming, zen-like, and meditative, like I said, with Shishu. Thursday was actually in the high 20s and cloudy outside, and I pulled out Jeroboam's Gozo, which is also a new acquisition in the collection. And oh my gosh, guys, this is an awesome candy-like floral amber patchouli fragrance from heaven, man. I love this one. I also recently reviewed this one ASAP because it's so good, which is unfortunate that so many people are gonna miss out on this one just because it's not a well-known niche house. But wow, Jeroboam and Javoy has quickly become one of my favorite niche houses in the entire game, hands down, guys. I mean, with Javoy, you got psychedelic, the best patchouli money can buy, incident diplomatic, aqua memorabilius. With Jeroboam, you got Insulu, Gozo, Kun Omo. So many bangers, and these aren't even that expensive for the quality you're getting and from being a niche brand. I think this is a must check out, especially if you also love patchouli like myself. Because in this, you get this very earthy, hippie-like patchouli in the far dry down. On that day, also did do 6 sprays of Gozo. My girl also said, wow, I really like whatever you're wearing today. And this one is gonna be an insane compliment getter. It's so strong, one of the strongest projecting fragrances that I've gotten recently for sure. I mean, this stuff screams off of the skin, guys. You do not need to overspray this one, believe me. So if you're a true fragrance enthusiast, I think you absolutely have to check out both Javoy and Jeroboam for sure. Friday was in the low 30s and cloudy outside, and I pulled out Dumont's Celerio Epic, which is a pretty popular fragrance from the house of Dumont, and I just got this one in, guys. First time wearing it was on Friday, and wow, if you love angel share or that DNA, you're absolutely gonna love Celerio Epic, no doubt about it. Because it opens up fruity from apple, spicy from cinnamon, and very, very boozy from cognac. But you also do get this very dark, fruity purple plum thrown in there with a sweet, spicy vanilla base. Now looking at the bottle, you probably would not expect the angel share DNA because it's red. But dang, definitely has to be one of the best alternatives, and especially probably even better than the Camera line as well. Big fan of Dumont, of course you think of like Nitro Red, which is an awesome fragrance. This one is the same exact ordeal. I've been wanting to get my hands on this for quite some time since seeing it, hearing about it, and it definitely lives up to that hype. You already know, full review coming very soon, no doubt about it. Now on that day, also do 6 sprays of this one. The performance was very good as well. You kind of expect that from a spicy, fruity, boozy DNA. But geez, is this one absolutely sexy as well. Let me know down below if you guys have gotten your hands on this one yet. Saturday was in the low 30s and cloudy, and I pulled out Richard Rochon September 9. So this is a brand new niche house that you guys need on your radar. I've tested so many from him so far, and wow, are these very different, unique, and incredibly high quality, especially September 9, which is one of my favorites. Because with this one, it's almost like this fruity patchouli from like raspberry, earthy patchouli dry down with leather and rose and a little bit of amber. But if you love fruity, truly fragrances with a dark edge to them, September 9 is one of the best that I've smelled. Also, who doesn't love the notes of raspberry and leather? Those combinations together are some of my favorites. Think of like Tumi's 19 Degree, Tuscan leather, of course, even a Zaro Forever Wanted Elixir. This is basically a niche take on like all of those combined with even a darker edge. And absolutely amped up on that beautiful earthy green patchouli in the base, which is by far my favorite part. So if you haven't heard of Richard Rochon before, now you know, and absolutely worth at least sampling some of their fragrances, no doubt about that. On that day, I did do 10 sprays of September 9, pretty much went out shopping, etc. for the day, so I wanted to spray a lot. And this one performs insanely strong, guys, like beast mode performance as well. And it has to be an extrait de parfum because it absolutely wears like one. Now, my girl told me that I smelled so good on that day, and believe me, that was hours and hours after application of September 9. Yeah, I really, really love this one, guys. It's outstanding. It's niche quality to its finest. And like I said, if you love raspberry, leather, patchouli, and amber, this is a must check out. Wrapping week off on Sunday, it was in the low 30s and rainy outside, and I put out a hyped new fragrance from Offnon, which is Linked Freedom, guys. Look at that bottle with the Cuban link cap going around to match my necklace, man. I love the Cuban link. And now this fragrance here, everybody's asking me, how is this one? Is it good? What are your thoughts on it? And when I first got this one in and spread it on a test strip, I was like, oh wow, that smells very similar to YSL's myself. Very powdery, fresh. But then when you get this one on skin, man, it's a different beast for sure, guys. It's a sexy take on that myself DNA, guys, with a little bit of this Zaro, the most wanted, I believe, parfum thrown into the DNA. Because right away in the opening, you get that grapefruit and bergamot citrusy opening that dries down with its aromatic lavender and juniper berry with a spicy cardamom, which brings out that sexy, seductive nature. And then the base is very, very sweet and oriental because you're gonna get a burst of this caramel dry down sweetness. So if you love something like myself, this is an absolute must. But also, if you're not the biggest fan of myself, I think this is still a worthy one of checking out because myself, not the biggest fan of myself, no pun intended. It's just too powdery, too white floral, which this one pretty much gets rid of all of the orange blossom white florals you find in that DNA, but still very much will remind you of that scent profile, no doubt about it, just sexier. Now also did do 6 sprays of Linked Freedom. Performance was good. Stay tuned for the full review coming very, very soon. Now my girl, when I wore this one, I sprayed it on. She's like, hey, You smell good, but are you wearing Libre? Because Libre is one of her signature scents, and if you don't already know, Libre and myself are very, very similar. Myself is basically a masculine take on Libre, which I always say. So if she thought I was wearing Libre, you already know this is gonna be very similar to myself. Just spicier and sexier. But that's gonna do it for my weekly rotation, guys. If you haven't already, drop your rotation down below. I love seeing what you guys are rocking throughout the entire week, because I know all of you are always smelling incredible as well. But besides that, drop a like on the video, subscribe below, and of course, I'm gonna catch all of you back here tomorrow. Take care, everybody.